Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history. TH 1971 D 1 cent coin. This small piece of copper might look ordinary, but it carries a big story, a powerful history, and in some cases, a surprisingly high value that could shock you. So grab your magnifying glass, check your old penny jar, and watch this video till the end, because your 1971 D penny could be worth far more than just. Let's begin with its history. The 1971 D 1 cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Cent, features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. This design was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. It was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB can be found on the coin near Lincoln's shoulder on modern strikes. By 1971, the Lincoln cent had already become one of the most iconic coins in American currency. It was struck at 3 different mints that year: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But the D mint mark stands out because it represents the Denver Mint, which produced the largest number of pennies that year. The coin's composition in 1971 was 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it that beautiful reddish-brown shine. This was before the big change in 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper zinc composition due to rising copper prices. That makes the 1971 D penny part of the last great era of true copper coins, and that alone adds to its collectible value. Now let's look closely at its design and features. The obverse, or front side, of the coin shows the bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right. Around him are the words, "In God We Trust." At the top, Liberty on the left, and the date, 1971, on the right. Below the date, you'll notice the small letter, D, which identifies it as being struck at the Denver Mint. On the reverse side, you'll find the magnificent Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. The top reads, United States of America. The Latin motto, E pluribus unum, sits just above the memorial, and 1 cent is written boldly at the bottom. If you look closely at the center of the memorial, you can actually see a tiny engraved image of Lincoln's statue seated inside, a small detail that represents Gasparo's incredible craftsmanship. Now this is where things get really exciting. Some 1971 D pennies are worth far more than 1 cent because of rare minting errors and unique varieties that occurred during production. While the Denver Mint was known for producing high-quality strikes, mistakes still happened, and those mistakes are what makes certain coins so valuable today. Here are a few of the most sought-after varieties and errors. 1. 1971 D Double Die Obverse, DDO. This is one of the most famous and valuable varieties for this year. You'll notice doubling on the letters In God We Trust, Liberty, and sometimes even on the date. A well-defined double die error in excellent condition can be worth hundreds to over $1,000. 2. 1971 D Off-Center Strike. This happens when the coin design is not properly centered during minting. Depending on how far off the design is, these can range from $50 to $300 or more in value. 3. Clipped planchet error. In this error, a small part of the coin's edge is missing because the metal sheet was misfed into the cutting press. These are rare and can sell for $75 to $200 depending on condition. 4. Die cracks and BIE errors. Some 1971 D coins have small raised lines or breaks in the die, often forming what looks like an extra letter, I, between the B and E in Liberty. These are called BIE errors and can bring in $10 to $50 among collectors. Each of these varieties turns a common penny into a collectible treasure. So, always inspect your coins carefully. That tiny D mint mark could lead to a big payday. Let's now talk about what everyone wants to know: the value of the 1971 D penny. In average circulated condition, most 1971 D pennies are worth around 1 to 2 cents simply due to their copper content. But condition and rarity can change everything. A standard 1971 D penny in uncirculated, MS65, condition can be worth $5 to $15. Coins graded MS67 or higher can reach $100 or more, especially if they have brilliant red color and sharp details. Asterisk, a rare 1971D double die obverse penny in mint condition has been known to sell for over $1,200 at professional coin auctions. That means a penny you find in your change could literally be a hidden treasure, waiting to be discovered. And remember, since it's made mostly of copper, the metal value alone already makes it more valuable than its face worth. 1 penny's copper melt value is around 2 to 3 cents, though melting US coins for profit is illegal. Still, that shows how undervalued these copper coins are in today's circulation. Now let's talk about the big picture. How much of this coin actually exists, and what makes it special in the long run? The Denver Mint produced an incredible 2.9 billion 1971D 1-cent coins, making it one of the highest mintages of the decade. These coins flooded circulation across America and are still found in pocket change today. But here's the twist. While billions were made, only a tiny fraction remain in uncirculated or error-free condition. Most have been worn down, scratched, or damaged after decades of circulation. That's why high-grade examples and era coins from 1971D are so highly prized by collectors. As time goes on, these old copper cents are being removed from circulation by collectors, investors, and even copper stackers who know their future value. That's reducing the available supply, and when the supply drops, the value naturally goes up. So while a single 1971D penny might seem small today, in the world of coin collecting, it represents a piece of history, a store of value, and a future collectible with real potential. If you're lucky enough to find a shiny or unusual 1971D penny, here's what to do. 1. Handle it carefully by the edges. Never touch the surface with bare fingers, as oils can damage the finish. 2. Store it in a coin holder or protective case. 3. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to check for doubling, cracks, or off-center strikes. 4. If you believe your coin is rare, have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. These steps can help preserve the value of your coin and even increase its worth if it turns out to be something special. So, what can we learn from the story of the 1971D 1-cent coin? It's a reminder that even the smallest coins in our pockets can hold big history and real value. From its beautiful copper shine to its place in American minting history, this coin represents the final age of real copper pennies before the metal change in the early 1980s. And with rare errors, unique varieties, and high-grade examples worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, the 1971D penny proves that treasure doesn't always come in gold. Sometimes, it's right there in your spare change. So next time you come across an old penny with that little D under the date, take a closer look. You might just discover that your coin isn't worth 1 cent. It could be worth a whole lot more. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin tells a story, and your 1971D penny might be the start of yours. Welcome back to our channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the 1971 1-cent coin, one of the most interesting pennies in US history that might be sitting in your pocket right now. And believe me, it's not just an ordinary coin. This tiny piece of copper tells a story of American history, changing times, and hidden value. So make sure to watch this video till the very end, because some 1971 pennies are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today. Let's uncover the full history, the secret varieties, and the surprising worth of the 1971 1-cent coin. Let's start with its history. The 1971 1-cent coin, better known as the Lincoln cent, carries the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and first appeared on the coin in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday. By the year 1971, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for over 60 years, but it still remained one of the most beloved coins in American currency. The coin's composition in 1971 was 95% copper and 5% zinc, which gives it that rich reddish-brown color that many collectors love. Unlike the coins minted after 1982, the 1971 cent contains real copper, making it more valuable for its metal content alone. The 1971 penny was produced at 3 mints * Philadelphia, no mint mark, * Denver, marked with a D, * San Francisco, marked with an S, and mostly for collectors as proof coins. Each mint struck millions of these coins. But not all 1971 pennies are the same. Some have rare variations that make them far more valuable than their face value. The obverse of the coin features the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," on the left, and the date 1971 on the right side. The reverse side displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the words, "United States of America," at the top, "E Pluribus Unum," above the memorial, and 1 cent at the bottom. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny image of Lincoln's statue inside the memorial, a remarkable detail many people never notice. Now let's talk about what makes some 1971 pennies so valuable. There are a few key varieties and era coins *** that collectors are constantly searching for. The most famous among them is the 1971 doubled die obverse, also called the DDO variety. On this rare coin, the letters and numbers on the front appear doubled, especially in the words, "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." This happened when the die that stamped the coin was misaligned during minting, causing a doubled image. Collectors love these era coins because they're one of a kind, and their value can range from $1.50 to more than $1,000, depending on condition and clarity. Another variety is the 1971 S-proof double die, which shows doubling on the lettering and the date. These coins were specially made for collectors, and if you have one in perfect condition, it could be worth hundreds of dollars or even more at auction. Other rare minting errors to watch for include * off-center strikes, where the design is not centered, * clipped planchets, where part of the coin's edge is missing, * die cracks, where small raised lines appear across the coin. Each of these unique flaws increases the coin's collectible value significantly. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the value of the 1971 penny today. For most circulated 1971 pennies, the value is around 1 to 2 cents due to their copper content. However, uncirculated examples, especially those graded as MS-65 or higher, can be worth $5 to $15 or more. Proof coins from San Francisco usually start at $3 to $10, but if you find a 1971 S double die proof in flawless condition, its value can soar above $500 to $1,000. The most expensive 1971 penny ever sold at auction was a 1971 double die obverse graded MS-65, which fetched over $1,500. So if you happen to find a shiny 1971 penny in your collection, don't spend it without checking its details carefully. You might be holding a small fortune in your hand. Now let's look at how big the 1971 penny's presence was in U.S. circulation. In that year alone, the U.S. Mint struck more than 5.5 billion Lincoln cents in Philadelphia, 2.9 billion in Denver, and approximately 3 million proof coins in San Francisco. That means there are still millions of these coins floating around in circulation, though many have become worn or corroded over time. Because the coin was made of mostly copper, its metal value today is higher than its face value, roughly 2 to 3 cents if melted down, though melting coins for profit is illegal in the United States. The 1971 penny marks a significant era, a time before rising metal prices led to cheaper compositions. It represents the last few decades when coins were made with real metal value and quality craftsmanship. Many collectors and investors are now hoarding these pre-1982 copper pennies because they see them as tiny investments in history and material value. Over time, as copper becomes rarer in everyday circulation, these coins are expected to grow even more valuable, not just for their collectible rarity, but also for their intrinsic metal worth. If you want to find valuable 1971 pennies, here are a few tips. Always check under a bright light, or use a magnifying glass to spot doubling or unusual features. Keep your coins clean but never polish them. Cleaning can lower their value. Store your best finds in coin holders or plastic flips to prevent scratches. If you think you've found an error coin, Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC for accurate authentication. Now let's wrap this up. The 1971 1-cent coin may seem like an ordinary piece of change, but it's actually a little time capsule of American history. From the enduring face of Abraham Lincoln to its beautiful copper shine, this coin reminds us that even the smallest pieces of money can carry stories worth far more than their face value. So the next time you're sorting through your old coins, take a closer look at those pennies, especially the 1971 ones, because you never know when you might find that rare double die or proof coin that could make your day, or even your wallet, a lot richer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories about rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and yours could be worth more than you ever imagined.